Sun Tzu, The Art of War. And this is the second video, and it's called The Waging of War. In the first video, we did the making of plans, and the conclusion was that the person who did the most calculations before going to war was sure to win. Now we're moving on to what Master Sun said about the waging of war. And there are about 16 verses, depending upon where you break the verses. So there are about 16 points for you to sort of take on board about the waging of war. Master Sun said, in war, for an army of 1,000 four-horse swift chariots, 1,000 hide armoured wagons, for 100,000 mail-clad soldiers with provisions for 400 miles, allowing for expenses at home and at the front, dealings with envoys and advisors, glue and lacquer, repairs to chariots and armour, the daily cost of all this will exceed 1,000 taels of silver. In war, victory should be swift. If victory is slow, men tire, morale sags, sieges exhaust strength, protracted campaigns strain the public treasury. If men are tired, morale low, strength exhausted, treasury spent, then the feudal lords will exploit the disarray and attack. This even the wisest will be powerless to mend. I have heard that in war haste can be folly, but have never seen delay that was wise. No nation has ever benefited from a protracted war. Without a full understanding of the harm caused by war, it is impossible to understand the most profitable way of conducting it. The skillful warrior never conscripts troops a second time, never transports provisions a third. He brings equipment from home, but forages off the enemy, and so his men have plenty to eat. Supplying an army at a distance drains the public coffers and impoverishes the common people. When an army is close at hand, prices rise. When prices rise, the common people spend all they have. When they spend all, they feel the pinch of taxes and levies. Strength is depleted on the battlefield. Families at home are destitute. The common people lose 7/10 of their wealth. 6/10 of the public coffers are spent on broken chariots, worn-out horses, armour and helmets, crossbows and arrows, spears and bucklers, lances and shields, draft animals, heavy wagons. So the wise general feeds his army off the enemy. One peck of the enemy provisions is worth 20 carried from home. One picule of enemy fodder is worth 20 carried from home. The killing of an enemy stems from wrath. The fighting for booty stems from a desire for reward. In chariot fighting, when more than 10 enemy chariots are captured, the man to take the first should be rewarded. Change the enemy's chariots, flags and standards, mingle their chariots with ours. Treat prisoners of war kindly and care for them. Use victory over the enemy to enhance your own strength. In war, prize victory, not a protracted campaign. In war, prize victory, not a protracted campaign. The wise general is a lord of destiny. He holds the nation's peace or peril in his hands.